you can play it back if you want, but I came back from Oxnard and I told y'all, future possible hot take, they might be done with Amari Cooper. We were at the same party, around the same people, and that's where I got it from. And standing alongside the chain link fence when people were saying about the Hard Knocks cameras, maybe this will kick some people into high gear. And maybe, turning it on in front of the cameras will be good for it. We're like, yo, why would y'all want the cameras out there? And the response was, some people need it so that we always get 100% out of them. They also, and again, this is subjective with his injuries to a lot of people.
Well, it's also, I think, with Amari is his demeanor.
Yes. His demeanor comes across as not ultimate alpha dog. I'm going to always go for the throat. Amari Cooper always gives off the impression, I like football, but I mean, I could do without football. That's the way it comes across to me.
Yeah, and the Cowboys need to get the hell out of their mind with that. All right? Not loving your job has nothing to do with you being great at it. And there are plenty of people out there who hate what they do every day and that are awesome at it. And the other thing is they're confusing his demeanor of, quiet and not.
Is Amari Cooper awesome at his job? Awesome.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, he's one of the.
I mean, we don't have him as a top 15 receiver.
He's in that range. He's in that ballpark. That to me, that's awesome at your job.
Okay, but if I'm going to pay you as being top 3 awesome, then I don't want you, to be 15th at it. I want you to be top 5 at it.
Yeah, I know that's just the cost of doing business, right? I mean, that's just what it is.
But you just nailed it. That is the cost of doing business in the National Football League, but it's not for some. What we always say about this team is if they are going to pay people top end, you don't pay good, great.
But he's not good. He is great.
Well, me and you always argue about this. My point is you don't give DeMarcus Lawrence the biggest contract if you don't ever think DeMarcus Lawrence is going to be, a top, 3 defensive end. You don't pay him to be the 10th best DN. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I know, but we all know, the next guy up is going to get the money, And
but some teams avoid that. See, that's the trap we always fall into around here. You don't pay, very good elite. I'll change it for you, the wordage. And they did it with DeMarcus, who, you can have your arguments about DeMarcus Lawrence. I think they've been disappointed in him as of late. Amari Cooper, no one has him sniffing top 5 as a receiver. He's getting top 5 money. DeMarcus Lawrence, Zeke Elliott, Dak Prescott. And you're the one who said it over and over. And it's true. If you pay good to very good, great to elite money, you get yourself in trouble.
Oh, you definitely do.
Like the Rams we know are paying elite money to elite. Okay? They pay Jalen Ramsey. We know he's elite. We don't have to have these, is he top 10? Is he top 15? We know Aaron Donald is elite. Is he a top 5? Is he a top 10? We know Matt Stafford's talent. They had to pay to go ahead and get him from the Lions. But that's the difference that people point out between us and them is at least when they pay and they gamble, like they're doing it for the elite, whereas ours, we're always having these discussions and topics every year. Is he elite? Is he in tier 3? Tier 2? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I get it. I mean, and Amari is in that tier 2. He's in the tier with
agreed.
Allen Robinson and Keenan Allen and Adam Thielen and Godwin and Stephon Diggs. He's in that tier with those guys. He's not Devontae Adams. He's not Cooper Kupp, and he's not DeAndre Hopkins, and he's not Tyreek Hill. And I think that's tier 1. And I think the other guys that we just mentioned, they're all in that same tier. They may be on different rankings in the tier, but they're in that same tier. And those are great players.
So then the decision comes down to, all right, if those guys are all in the same tier, do I go and get one of those guys because I can rely on them or I like their demeanor or intangibles more? But then you got to start over in terms of chemistry.
Of course you do. I mean, Amari saved Dak's career in 2018. He saved Dak's career. Dak was on a pace where he was throwing less than 200 yards in a dozen straight games. He saved Dak's career. There's a chemistry there. And the Cowboys have this stupid Chris Richard, Dan Quinn fetish where they think that just because you're an emotional person, that means you care more. It's as if they never read a book on psychology or something. And they just fetishize about this. Oh, we got to have a guy who's fiery. Why? Is there a study that's been done that I'm not aware of? And I'm aware of it. It hasn't been done. Where fiery guys care more? Or better? Is Bill Belichick a fiery guy?
Maybe behind the scenes.
Maybe behind the scenes. I don't know. But, we don't know behind the scenes. Like Sean McVay's fiery. I know that. He's also an egomaniac, and I don't want him anywhere near me.
I mean, I think you can make the case, yeah, you want football to be number one for guys. Is it for Amari Cooper? I don't know. But maybe the COVID stuff pissed them off, too.
I'd be willing to bet. You don't have to worry about that anymore.
Don't have to worry about that anymore. Don't ruin our second straight tease. But, the stuff at, going to the Mavs game, and when we were at training camp, people were whispering, you see Amari with the mask? Why is Amari the only one out there with a mask? That meant he was unvaccinated. And Jerry Jones, we know this. He was not. Remember when he agreed with Michael Irvin? Michael Irvin came on this show and said some comments that became national news. And we disagree with Mike. He questioned your intent to win if you didn't get vaccinated. That went everywhere. And Jerry Jones didn't disagree with it. And Amari Cooper missed a game, or was it games? I think he missed a game because of COVID. You don't think that ticked Jerry off?
Oh,
I
sure.
guarantee you it did. So
I'm sure.
I'm just looking for reasons because people, when this happens, if this happens, my friends are going to be blowing me up, laughing at the Cowboys and saying, what the hell are y'all thinking? What do you think Dak Prescott is going to be now, and why did you do it?
Yep.
And it's going to be a very difficult,
I'll
convoluted explanation.
Yeah. And I do love that if they do believe that he stinks, that they're not
stinks.
Let's just say that they don't want him anymore. I love that they're not worrying about the draft pick they gave up for him. It's a sunk cost. Move on. Don't worry about it. Just like the Colts with Carson Wentz. But I just disagree with the notion. I think Amari's fantastic, and I can't imagine they're remotely going to be improved by getting rid of him and even spending $18 million on somebody else.
Man,
that's what Kenny Golladay got.